So is this like a thing now? Losing to the Redskins? Really? To the Redskins? Really? So like a crazy ex-girlfriend, they still got our number, huh? Is that it? I mean, holy crap, you gotta be kidding me. And Redskins fans, you have every single right to enjoy this moment, but come on, let's pump the brakes a little bit. The Redskins! The friggin' Redskins! Just let that soak into your brain. Let that soak in for a second. The Redskins. We lost to the Redskins. Go ahead. Let it soak in. I'll wait. In fact, while I'm waiting, you might want to go get yourself a comfy chair and something to drink, because Uncle EROCK's about to lose his friggin' mind. Listen, guys, we better start calling this thing like we see it. Putting down the Chip Kelly Kool-Aid, taking off the green goggles, and seeing this team for what it is. This team, this season, it's a no good. Listen, guys, let's put aside the monumental disaster that was the dumpster fire end to last season and focus on the first 4 games of this season, because the season is 25% over. We've hit the quarter-mile mark. Yeah, football season goes fast. And in the 16 quarters the Eagles have played this year, they've looked good in what? 5 of them? Tops? And I'm not even talking about dominant or impressive. I'm just talking about good enough to win. That's it. We got the second half of the Falcons game, absolutely none against the Cowboys. The first half of the Jets game, and what, like the third quarter against the Redskins? Then again, I'm not even talking about dominant. I'm talking about good, average, maybe good enough to make a game out of it. That's it. And the blame has been going around all day today on Twitter. Just people typing, pointing the fingers. It's this person's fault. It's that person's fault. It's clearly the receivers. They're dropping passes. It's the offensive line. They can't block anybody. Sam Bradford's a bum. Nope, Sam Bradford left the field with the lead. It's the defense's fault. They got tired. It's Billy Davis. It's the running backs. They're going backwards. The receivers can't get downfield. Sam Bradford can't throw it downfield. Too many penalties. The defensive line can't get any pressure. Whoa, guys. You're all right. You're all correct. But let's focus on the big picture here, because we're not just talking about one dropped pass. We're not talking about one interception. We're not talking about one missed blocked. We're not talking about one missed kick. We're not talking about one missed tackle. This team, despite playing 5 mediocre, average, good enough to win quarters, has been getting their ass kicked for over 2/3 of the time that they're on the field. Now, on top of that, you bring into last season, the end of that 4 games, this team has lost 6 out of their last 8 games. So, guys, if you want to find somebody to blame for all of this, all roads lead to one man, Mr. Charles Edward Kelly. Because if it's the scheme or the play calling that's a problem, that's Chip. If the players aren't talented enough to run the scheme or the system, that is also Chip. Then if the players are good enough but not a good fit for the scheme or the system, that too falls on Chip. If you want to go ahead and blame the offensive line for not protecting Sam Bradford and not getting the run game going, go ahead. It's your right. But then again, why hasn't Chip drafted an offensive lineman in the last 2 years or brought in any quality free agents? You want to blame the wide receivers for not being able to go deep, get separation, and catch the ball? Baby, I'm right there with you. But then again, you can't tell me, and you can't justify to me, Chip Kelly letting a couple guys who can catch the ball walk out the door. If you want to blame the defense, I mean, I wouldn't blame the defense, but if you want to go ahead and do it, by all means, it is your right. But then again, they're on the field for 40 minutes a game because you know who doesn't believe in time of possession. I mean, we can do this all day. I can do this all day. We can start blaming little pieces of this team here and there over the last 8 games, but when you step back and you look at the bigger picture of this whole thing, all roads lead to one man, Charles Edward Kelly. And I am sick of hearing the word execution, because it's no longer becoming a reason, it is now an excuse, and quite frankly, it's lazy. Execution is a byproduct of talent. Talent is the general manager's responsibility. The general manager happens to be one Charles Edward Kelly, who is also the head coach. Coach is two things. It is a verb and a noun. Coach is your title, so I suggest you verb it up and start coaching this goddamn team to execute. When is the last time you've seen this Philadelphia Eagles team play a dominant 60 minutes of football? Think about it. It was Thanksgiving of last year against the Cowboys. That's the last time this team has actually looked good. I mean, since then, we've lost to the Seahawks, lost to the Cowboys, lost to the Redskins, won a meaningless game at the end of the season against the Giants, and then we lost to the Falcons, lost to the Cowboys, beat the Jets, that was pretty good, and then lost to the Redskins. That still hasn't sunken in yet. And then you are gonna have the audacity to sit in front of a microphone and tell me and the rest of the Eagles fans across the world that it's not you, it's the execution. Boy, they don't call you Big Balls Chip for nothing, do they? Culture wins football games. Right, Chip? Well, I think you got that one backwards. Winning builds culture. And if you don't believe me, just keep losing games like you are. And let's see if those group of quiet boys and yes men you acquired during the offseason don't start looking at each other and start looking at you differently. Habits reflect the mission, right, Chip? Well, losing is a very bad habit, and I'm starting to question the mission. And look, I am not here to convince you or tell you that your opinion is invalid, or if you want to point the finger at this person or point the finger at that person, that you're wrong, because chances are you are right. But if you stack up, everybody's wrong. If you stack every little piece of the blame up, if you go higher and higher and higher and up, it just goes high enough to reach Chip Kelly. That's all I'm saying. Congratulations to Tiffany S. for winning last week's Eagles Twitter contest. This week's prize will be an Eagles 8x10 signed by safety Malcolm Jenkins. So give me a follow on Twitter at The Mighty EROCK, also on Instagram at The Mighty EROCK, and give me a follow on Periscope, because I'm trying to Periscope these tailgates for you guys. Also give me a like on Facebook, facebook.com/row/Eagles Tailgate Team. And until next time, let's go Birds, and I will see you in parking lot F1 for the tailgate.